Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer. It's Sunday night, baby, for Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at, you know what we're going to look at. Right now, Bitcoin's dumping horribly. Right now, I'm just going to give you the quick intro play of what's happening. If you're watching the live stream this morning, which I went live this morning, also did an update on Saturday. I did basically it's my fourth update since Friday, and I've been keeping it cool with each and every one of you, explaining exactly my idea. If you've been watching me, I talked about that insurance short with a stop loss at 17,100, 17,250. What a beautiful short. That insurance short, since I called about it, like maybe even here and there, has been playing out ever since. Boom, boom, boom. Even talked about it here. And I said, even if I wasn't even in the short, I'm looking at the point of control here that we were looking at earlier right here. If we lose that, you're going to break to the downside. That's simple. So we looked at this POC, right? We came up. Look, we barely retested the point of control. We fell out of the pattern to the downside. It was what it was. This was getting tighter and tighter. We were going to make a move up or down. It was going to happen. As this got up and down, up and down, up and down, a move was coming for Bitcoin. It was that simple. Whether it was up or down was the question. And we showed you the 7-minute. And if you saw this 7-minute was making an ascending triangle. They're 50-50 to the downside. If you were in my trading group, you would have gotten this. And I was calling for a move for Bitcoin to the downside. Okay? And then you're like, okay, that's great. Anyone can show you, anyone can show you BTC. Sorry. Looking at Bitcoin, of course, right? So we're looking at this here. We were getting tight on the wedge. We fell to the downside. Falling wedge could have broken to the upside, right? 68% chance. You wanted it to do it, but it couldn't get above the zone. I said bulls have to break back above 16,800 to begin. I said begin, just the point of control. If we can't get above the point of control, forget it, right? Slip to the downside, then you're here, you hit. You're multiple times, you can't get above resistance, okay? And we were getting overbought on the stochastic. See, they were getting high. I said that 7 minutes about to roll over. If you're in my trading group, you get a play-by-play of this information. This weekend is just an example of what you get every single day if you pay attention to what's going down. Matic really up for 30% gains. We'll talk about Matic 3S. That's the coin that we traded. I focused on one trade. You know what I mean? Also, just to show to people, like, because some people are like, oh, if you post 100 trades, but the idea is this is the only short I really focused on. And from the beginning of the short was in this flag. Remember, I posted this beautiful ascending triangle, kind of bull pennant, really. Yeah, you could call it a symmetrical too, but it was more bull pennant-esque in my opinion. And that in total, yeah, is up about 29-30% gains. You see what I'm saying? And that's overnight, like in 20 hours, you know? Since November 20th at November 19th at 9 p.m. is when we first put this out. So boom, 24 hours, this banged on you to the upside, Matic. The cool thing about what we do, and that's why I love trading groups, because look, once it popped, it was high, right? I woke up this morning, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, and I'm looking through the market for what's the hottest thing, and I'm trying to figure out where the market's going to go. And this showed me that it was likely to pump to the upside again. And why such a big move? Well, that's the length of the pole. That's going to go the length of the pole all the way up here to 0.2584. That's what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what we did here on the 7-minute time frame, oversold on the stochastics. It was the opposite of Bitcoin. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you're lost in the sauce, you got to take the course. Stop playing with the game. Take the course. It's every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. It's $60 to change your life. If you're in the trading group, already jump on in. If you're not in the trading group, it's $100. $330, 3 months of the trading group and the course. And look, the 77s, look. I told you about these 77s. Every single time I appear now, there is the 77. It's there all the time. And you're going to start seeing it. I don't know why. It never followed me around ever before. Seems to be the number now. It is what it is. But anyway, so look, it's gone. See? And then it's gone. But when I'm here, it'll be there. You'll see. You'll see. You think I'm crazy, but you think I'm crazy, but it's not there anymore. See? Anyway, so I put it out like this, Matic. And you'd be like, no, you didn't. You just like rubbing yourself on the back, you weirdo. And you know what? I would think so. If I just jumped onto a YouTube channel, I'd be like, this dude just likes, you know. But you got to show people they can learn the education, and you got to show how the education works, okay? There's an E-short right here at 9:20 in the morning watching the Matic short in a continuation flag. That means it's likely to continue. Okay, that's trader speak for gonna go up. For likely gonna go up, but you know what I mean? But it's a mathematical term. It's a pattern that's called a continuation pattern. Likely to continue to the upside for 11% gains too. And when the market's in just complete shambles, to make 11% out of that flag to the upside, so that's how it was positioned on the 15. We can go to the 15 just like this, and this thing would boom. Yes, it would come up, come down, but never lose the sauce. And this thing would blast to the upside. And hit the measured move. Look at that. So, and even more. So that's how you do it. That's how you pull 11% out during a horrible market. And if you were in the night before. And so what I love about my trading group is, you know, when I was new and I got in and I would see like a 4-hour, I wouldn't know. I'd be like, I can't jump into this. But see, I can teach you how to find the 7, how to find the continuation pattern, right? How to do the math, enter into a trade halfway through and still get the 11% of the 26. And see, this is the key. This is the insight. This is what most people don't have, but they would love to have. The lifer vision, we call it, the trader vision, being able to zoom in to boom in, so to speak. And it is what it is. Are you excited? Are you ready to get ready for Bitcoin? Let's take a look at BTC. And we're going to look at the all-time history index here on only one. And look, I even have this drawn. Talking about how it's likely that we do fall out of the pattern. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. We're still holding a slight higher low there. We'll talk about the bullish and the bearish scenarios today. The 22-hour reset pretty fancily. And you know what? I thought it was going to be a way bigger drop. That's actually a pretty decent sign, honestly. That's actually interesting to me. We're gonna break it down. My subconscious mind has seen so much movement. And so just by the amount of movement of a candle and the amount of movement on a stochastic, I can read some information from that. See, I get key information from tiny things because I've watched so much of the market. It's just like a sailor or a fisherman. He's been out on the ocean. Check it out. This is a really good example. I'm going to pause this. How is being a trader like being a sailor or a fisherman on the ocean? Well, your first day out of the ocean, you feel the breeze hit your face. You might feel a strong breeze. You think that's the strongest breeze. You don't know. You might feel a light breeze. You think it's a light breeze. You might feel some moisture in the air, right? And you'll figure things out. You know, over time, every day, at maybe 10, 20 years out on that water, next thing you go out there, you can smell the air. Rain's probably coming in a couple hours. Like, the smallest things will be able to tell you more information. The longer you're inside of a craft, the more information you're going to get from smaller details. Shout out to anyone with their lemon water. Let's keep it moving. So because I've done this every day, and you will do this every day, because any trader who does this every single day in repetition, you'll be able to pull out ideas from small things that other people just can't even see. That is going to be your gift. That's going to be the way you get up on the rest of the masses. I'm telling you right now, because you're trading against other people, you're going to need an edge. That is going to be your edge. Your everyday time in the market is better than timing the market or even trying to beat, like trying to get some fast equation. Just knowing the market more than other people. You can't beat it. No one can take it away from you. So we're going to break down the good and bad and the ugly, all right, for you and me, because we all need it, every single one of us. We're going to get the therapy, the Bitcoin therapy that we need today. We're going to break it down. We're going to have fun. And we're going to fill in the blanks. The mystery of Bitcoin will be solved every single day on the channel. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And here we go for Bitcoin. And the weekly. Bitcoin. And the weekly. I said, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I said Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. We're going to break it down now as we bring that music down and get you into the mood, into the grind. And we're going to show you this insane weekly close. Pretty insanity. It was nuts. Nuts, right? Silly old weekly close. Doing all that to us that you did. I'm just, don't mind me. I'm just grouping. I'm just being groupie. All right. So here we have it. This is the weekly candle right here. Disgusting. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It is a indecision doji, right? It's yeah, bit of a sword, right? Sword doji. So look, it opened at 16,298, so it opened hard. The high was 17,169 and 68 cents. The low for this candle was 15,790 and 25 cents, and it would close at 16,252. It would go down $50 from when it opened. A 0.3% move. So the candle really would go A lot of charades, but really it began where it ended, basically by $50. So this candle, and since it's opened, it's already down the next week, right? If you right click here and hit countdown to bar close, you're going to be able to tell you when these candles close on any time frame. Switch to the 4-hour, look, it tells you 2 hours and 36 minutes and 37 seconds. You switch to the daily, you're looking at 22 hours, 36. And that means you probably just got a 22-hour candle closing. Okay. Yeah, so this one will close in 20 hours. So your 22-hour candle also closed indecision. Interesting. Very interesting. And a slight higher low compared to this. And we're going to look at the shapes now and look at that. But I just like to break down the weekly candle for exactly what it is. Take a look at it, right? And just, just get comfortable with the weekly candle. And get the open. And up here, you can see open, high, low, and close. You want to get the open, the OHLNC, baby. The open, high, low, and close for the candle. It tells you a little bit about what's happening. And now we're going to break down the futures, S&P futures, right now that are down 890 on the move. We're going to look at the crypto fear and greed index waiting on Sunday night, which is at a 21, getting into the shaded area. I like when it gets even deeper. 12, 11, let's get into those zones. We're going to grab some more BTC. They're trying to swat us away like flies, but we just don't go anywhere. We just keep buying more Bitcoin. 21, getting into the shaded area. The lower it goes, the more I want Bitcoin, the hungrier I get. And I don't want to miss these areas because you know what happens is it comes here and then it comes back up. And then you're back at some area and you really and I realized it happened to me. And I was like, man, I should have bought so much more Bitcoin. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, as you can see below. Nothing I say and do there should be taken. Well, it's like, I can never figure this out. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice on this channel, okay? Please get yourself a financial advisor to have your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade, okay? But I can teach you about technical analysis, support or resistance, Fibonacci, the VRVP, all the different indicators here on TradingView and more. And if you just watch me, things will begin to sink in, all right? So if you're in my trading group, we talked about this, and I even posted this. I give you kind of live updates like you're watching a movie, and, just kind of take you through what's happening with BTC and what I see happening, all right? Shorts were moving. So look, we even started to move, and I'm like 15-minute rolled over as suggested, about to hit the target. Just beginning, We were looking for this to roll over. Funny, I posted that at 3:33, had no idea. Let's see, look, I have at 2:16 p.m. watching Bitcoin in this ascending triangle. I got my measured move pointed down there. This thing looks like it's about to dump. It's overbought on the stochastics, and it couldn't get above a previous high. I mean, that's so my trading group, and then on top of it, anyone can predict Bitcoin or whatever, but then what was I doing? Well, how do you take advantage of it? I trade Matic 3S. Some people are bolder and they go into leverage trading. To me, 30% overnight is beautiful. 10%, 20%, making money when the market's dumping is beautiful. You know what I mean? There was years I did not know how to short at all, right? So that's another thing we'll teach you in my trading group. We'll teach you how to short. You may never short it in your life. We'll show you slowly. You know, you can begin your first couple of shorts that you've ever done in your whole life, you know. My trading group is a place to teach people. It's where you can learn. It's like basically like a tennis school, you know. Like, it's not just a place that tells you what shots to hit for tennis. It shows you how to actually play tennis. Like, everyone's like, is it a signals group? I'm like, I mean, no. I mean, we attempt to post. I go through Bitcoin every single day and attempt to give you my most probable idea of which way something's going to go. Like, look, this was a measured move. That's simple as that. From this wick to that wick is really your line. That's going to be your measured move, and that's how far you should go. And I mean, that's kind of what happened. All right. So just, you know, making a point that this was posted in the trading group, talked about yesterday, went over it, and then you're like, no, I still don't believe it. I still think, you know, still not totally. So you go to my videos, right, live, and what was it, last night? And I even verified this on my own. I was like, well, and people are asking me about, and look, there's Matic 3S right here. And boom, I build the trade right there, you know, and I begin to see it. My brain sees it, like, I see it, you know what I mean? It's like, it's all right there in my head. The tight moving averages, it's all there. The MACD, everything was turning up. This thing looked like a beautiful move coming. The daily even looked nice. And so, but it's the one, I mean, if Bitcoin group, you'd watch my stream, we talk about them, right? Boom. So I just, bam, this was last night. Wearing the same shirt. I just threw a vest over it too. So, hey, I'm not trying to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I have multiple shirts. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I have like 30 of them. I'm just like, I'll start the week off. Sometimes I fall asleep in them. I tell my wife, I treat collared shirt like napkins now. I got like 50 of them. I'm just like, they're all over the house. No, I'm just. Anakin. Interesting. Anakin popped up. Now it's retesting. Anakin on the 7 is retesting. The hot coins will stay hot. That's what's interesting. So look, the 1 hour could be retesting for Anakin right here. So anything that was hot and didn't have a market cap to dump is hard. As you get what I'm saying? So Bitcoin dumps, it just brings Anakin back here. Now this thing could be. The altcoins just never seem to die, you know? I love trading Anakin. It's been such a good coin for me personally. And even if I don't get personally into the trade, it's just been good setups in general. You know, all my observations. Bit of a cup and handle here. See, there's a cup. There's a handle. Kind of a double bottom here. Anakin on the radar for a possible retest. Pushing to the upside. Wait for a flag. The 15 minutes a little high. Maybe it flags out. Comes back down one more time. Seems to have broken out. I like to flag the 15. See what goes on. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just keep showing up. We'll get you into speed. How's everybody doing? What are we all doing tonight? How is the Blue Crew? Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to B&B Gina Bombina. What is your opinion about BTC the next few hours? Up or down in your opinion, of course. Nice with a second opinion. I have no idea what Bitcoin's going to do. I'll take a look at it and I'll see what the chart conveys. And I'll get back to you. I got to see what the chart's telling me. I have no idea. Learning so much from Sam and the group. So grateful every day. Just knowing I have questions. Someone is there to help. Crypto Tonight, we love you. I love you saying that. And that's what I did. Shout out to Fidel R. Escobar holding me down since the very beginning. One of the first OG lifers in the house. My man Fidel. Some don't believe in the triangles, right? Noobs, man. Hey, you can't lead a horse to water. Oh, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. Shout out to David Kendall in the house. My man. My fellow Aries brother. My Viking man. Shout out to my man David Kendall in the house. My man. Gina Bombina, my girl. Lakochi Coker, my dude. Each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for my awesome Blue Crew. Thank you, thank you. And everyone here. Cryptoholic Love. Isam Musabahi. Tree Invest, my man. OC Benji, my dude. Michael James Regan, holding it down. Kindly explain the bullish divergence on the RSI for Bitcoin. Possibly we'll get to it. Meaning downside, because it's a short. Bullish divergence. Sam, not looking for advice, but curious. Do you think sand has a bright future? I do. Again, yeah, not financial advice, but I personally do like sand. How do you get the VRVP? I just paid for the premium TradingView. First time learning the chart. Shout out to Larry McGuire in the house. Just come right here to this area of the indicator. Type in VRVP. Visible range, volume profile, hit it. It'll come out. It'll be chunky and thick. Hit the settings. Your row size will be like this, a 24. Look, it'll be big and thick like this. Hit your settings. Just add a 0 to the row size. So simple and sweet. And that's what I do. I'm ready to go. Okay. I wish someone could give me an emergency $1 billion by Monday. Yeah, right. Me too. Who doesn't, right? Shout out to Ahmed Ben Amar. Shout out to Victor Perez. Shout out to 3 Much Crypto. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. 580 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We need 300 more people doing them. 268 people. 580 people on the live. Let's get it moving, everybody. This is not your average stream. Let's keep it pushing with my favorite track coming on. And may God bless every single one of you. And thank you for all the love and all the likes and all the support I'm getting every single day. Thank you for the $5 in super chats. May God, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for the moments I have right now in life. You got to live in the present moment. I went to a funeral. It wasn't a huge deal, but it was sad. And, hearing the man's sister talk about his life. And, his life began and his life ended. And there he is in the casket. And I'm sitting in the church. And the man who sang just had a beautiful voice. And it was just echoing. You know how the acoustics in a church is just... And my grandfather built the church. So I'm sitting in the church my grandfather built. And I'm reminiscing. He was a mason, and he built a stone mason. He built a beautiful church. And it's like my whole life came full circle. The man who passed away was also a mathematical genius, statistical mathematician, professor at Tufts University. Like, dude was out of his mind. He was just a genius. And yeah. So I just cherish the moment. Be in the present every single day. My wife also woke up this morning crying. She missed her father. Her father died of COVID 2 years ago, and he would always call her on her birthday. And, her birthday's coming up in a couple days, and she's like, my birthday's coming up. And she was talking about her birthday for the last day, and then next thing you know, she was just in tears. And her dad always called her on her birthday, and she talked to her dad every day, every single day. And when she would go see him as much as she could too. My wife lived such a hard life, man. I'm going to write a book about her life one day, maybe with her together. Man, she inspired me. My wife has inspired me my whole life to do better and to be as good as humanly possible because, man, what she's been through in her life is just, I can't even believe it. Anyway. Oh, man, it's heavy. Things are heavy in life, So, Anakin. Can we get the bounce off this diagonal trend line? So far, it did get a nice bounce. 15-minute just needs to kind of maybe reset some type of flag here. Bitcoin goes sideways now and gets a bounce. Anakin could continue on its tirade it really wanted to go on. I feel like it just slowed down because of Bitcoin. Chi, our old friend, pumped again a couple times in the last few days for whatever reason. We'll be looking at that. Serum. And that Matic short really has been the breadwinner. Right now, it's basically at its highest point. Perfect time to take some more profit. Profit there. Wait for the flag. Jump back in. Profit again. This thing was the gift that kept on giving. And I can teach you. You watch Bitcoin. You see which way it's going to go. You look at the probabilities. And then you look at the offset. Like when you looked at this in the 4 hour yesterday, it looked nice. And I have a checklist that I teach every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. I teach a checklist. I give you a PowerPoint that goes over all the things I look at before I get into a trade. Price in a bullish pattern, right? What is moving averages they're doing? What's the MACD looking like, right? What is the RSI? What is the stochastics RSI looking like? You look at which time frames go back and forth to look at, right? I look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour. They're both oversold. They were looking, There was some coherence going on. The 200-day moving average is moving parallel through the pattern. This is something I talk about all the time. If you can see this yellow moving average moving parallel with the bottom of your pattern, I mean, and then you have to know how to make the patterns and understand the patterns and find them. But I give you homework to do that. I give you a sheet that helps you identify them. And I give you basically a tutored session and homework to get your levels up to the next move, so you can get your levels up, so you can get going, so you can begin to teach. You should be able to teach your loved one, your brother, your sister. Once I'm done with you, you can spread the good word of technical analysis around the world with me. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Without your time, we have no show. And I know exactly who bread is my bread, so thank you so much for each and every one of you being here. I appreciate you all. I'm vulnerable to you all because, hey, I threw my hat into the wind, and you guys continue to carry it as it travels the world. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much from my heart to yours on this beautiful Sunday night. And, as we get into Thanksgiving and the end of the year, you begin to think about the year of 2022. And it was a tough year, and it was a hard year, and it's not over yet. We are still fighting for our lives every single day. We got more rate hikes. We got more meetings. We got more information coming our way. And with that being said, let's jump on into ES1. Let's look at the futures for tomorrow. Let's see what the S&P is bringing us. Congratulations, anyone that had the gall to jump into Matic 3S or to short any coin, to that matter, anyone that shorted the market. And there's your probability for a short, and there's the gains. Bang, bang, bang. Now, let's take a look here at ES1, which is the S&P futures. So I had it left in this beautiful channel as it began to go up and down, and we flagged it on out. And it stayed in the flag, which is pretty cool. You can even see it's in the shoulder. It's in an inverted head and shoulder, is it not? You can see it from far away there. Let's slap some specs on it. You got the shoulder, you got the head, and the faster you see it, the faster you can make a move. And it's all about trusting in your vision. The more you have conviction in your vision, the more you can use the vision. It's like a knife. You need to sharpen it, make it sharp, and then you can use it to cut anything. Your vision will cut through all the nonsense, all the news, all the confusion, and you'll be able to see things for exactly what they are. So you got an oversold 1 hour. This looks like it could get a bit of a bounce, and you're heading towards the bottom of the channel. We want to take a look at the 4-hour time frame. That's also pushing up with momentum. Daily is cooked, but could be flipping a little bit. See, it's like bending. And what happened to your 22? 22 took a dump, just like Bitcoin, but it wasn't bad. Went more sideways than Bitcoin. So this held up pretty well. The length of our pole does want to see, does want to move on out. And this would be a beginning breakout. Again, look, we're in this bigger channel. Up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We got to get, if we can't get out of here, we will come back down and make a nasty fall to the downside. And that could be a huge spill. So we're not on the fire yet. We really need to break above this resistance here, the S&P. Okay. Chance that we're just rounding. 50 is coming for the 200 here on the 22-hour time frame. That's a good sign if we can get a golden cross on a time frame that big. So S&P looking bullish on the smaller time frames. 4-hour, and the 1 hour could flip us back to the upside. Let's take a look at the 15. 15-minute is low. I almost see it in this smaller, see that? A symmetrical triangle. It's all about this point of control. It gets above it. We're going to see some fireworks for the S&P, and it could drag Bitcoin back in to the $16,500, $17,000 region. All right, so the S&P looking somewhat bullish to me. Not huge worry signs right now. We got the inverted head and shoulder. We got this symmetrical, and we're seeing some signs of bullishness on the momentum too. So S&P is in somewhat of a good shape for now. DXY, which is the US dollar. We're going to take a look at the DXY. See what's happening here on the DXY. So interesting, we had the DXY here. Created this flag, right? Flag said it could break out at least the length of that pole. That's kind of what you did. You want to see an M pattern here. A bit of a double top A, right? A double top. You want to see this not get back above, make an M, and fall to the measured move of the M. Back inside the pattern. Doesn't mean it's going to, but this is just something that we would like to see. Okay? Sometimes I just flip off my moving averages, and I want to just see exactly what I'm looking at here. And by dissecting multiple assets throughout the market, especially on a Sunday night, as we're getting you wake up tomorrow with, your head on your shoulders. You did your work tonight. So when you wake up tomorrow, you're not just like, you did the homework. You're a step ahead of the game. And I believe that's why people love this weekly, every single week here, the weekly candle close for Bitcoin, because I think it's needed. For me, it's needed. And I'm so happy I started committing myself to this close, right? So look, we got the ascending triangle. Now look, I didn't see this before. Now I begin to see the shape. Now I see what's happening. Now I begin to build. Now I understand. Now I can see, okay, you want to break to the upside, you're going to make a pretty big move. And, so right now we at least want to see this rejection by the top trend line. Back somewhere down here to the downside. And we like to see the same thing here. So we have a vision now, a vision board and a projection that we can see. And we'd love to see a bearish retest and a dump. Remember, this is a 50-50 pattern. Just because it looks great doesn't always, fun. You can get both of those. I didn't realize that. But just because it looks good doesn't mean you can get, you're always going to pump out of this, right? So dollar index could dump here. And it could also still be a double bottom. See that? With the wickage. But here, so now we kind of have a storyline to follow for the next couple days. And we're going to be watching the dollar index in this shape. And if we get above it here, we know we're likely to come back into the zone. And then we also see our bigger flag here. And that would mean we V-shaped recovered right back into this falling wedge. And then it means we could break out to the upside. So we don't want to see those things happen. But we'll take care. And that's why I take one step at a time. Like, we can't get back in there until we break out of this pattern first. So it's one step at a time, one pattern at a time, one place at a time, one asset at a time. But Bitcoin was just in a similar ascending, and it dumped nicely to the downside. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But the dollar did get a little bit of a pump. But it's even more some FUD here for Bitcoin and just the kind of the cryptocurrency industry. Like, it's not like this had a skyrocket pump. Now, in my humble opinion, what I mean by that is the normal correlation of dump to pump from the dollar index to Bitcoin is a little broken right now. Like, Bitcoin's just kind of taking some hits on its own. And it is what it is. And that's because Bitcoin is in its own cycle. And if it's meant to go to 10 or 12K, it is what it is. It's going to shake out the weak hands. That's what's going to happen. People are bailing out now very, very fast. People can't live in fear. There's no such thing as fear, though. It's fake emotions acting real. Once you live through fear completely and you bust it out and there is no such thing, you realize it just never existed in the first place. I had fear of being on camera. I had fear of, beginning to trade, right? I had fear 10, 12, 15 years ago when I first decided, hey, I'm going to put some money inside of a stock and see what happens, Who knew what I was going to do? Who knew if I was going to lose it all? I had fear of every single move, but I trusted in the process. I trusted in God. I trusted that I was on a journey and that the journey was going to bring me basically the present moment every time. And honestly, it's about the journey. I know it's insane because once you make it and you make all this money, or you do make more money than you had before, and you do get to the places that you want and you achieve a dream, then you're going to be like, well, what's my next dream now? You're going to be like, okay, I can achieve, it's going to be amazing. But then you're going to be like, wow, now it's time to dream bigger. Now what's my next big dream? And it doesn't stop there. And it's just a continuum. You're in a continuum in this universe to continue to progress. And I believe that's just like the time-space continuum that we are all in. All right. So DXY, we can see it now. My mind has been blown and open. And I believe it's you people. You people really are the catalyst. And you let me see things that I probably wouldn't see if I was alone. But I come out here on the live. We begin to channel. Even if I can't see each and every one of you, I can feel the energy, right? 580, 600 people on the live. I mean, I can feel the energy. Matter of fact, where is everybody from around the world? Let's get the energy going in the room. Let's get the energy going. Where is everybody from around the world? Let me know. I'm from Boston, baby. Representing Mass, United States. Where are you from? Where are y'all from? Let me know. Yeah, it's going to be a very shady token. Rhode Island, Cuba, Cali, Bay Area, North Carolina, Canada, Toronto, Ivory Coast, your neighbor, Melbourne, NYC, Germany, Chicago, London, thanks, Pleiades, California, Birmingham, Orlando, Montana, London, Pakistan, Mexico City, Planet Earth, Tunisia, Puerto Rico, Buffalo, Indonesia, Minnesota, Ventura, Mexico City, Pakistan, Romania, Snowy Buffalo, Delaware, North Carolina, Romania, St. Louis, Greece, Australia, South Dakota, Paris, Texas, Romania, Wesco, SPF's mom, oh my God, Zimbabwe, in your closet, yikes. Flat Earth, Rio Hondo, London, Canada, Huntington Beach, Ukraine, Rabat, Ottawa, Norway, Philippines, Cali, Thailand, Kansas, baby, India, Canada, Puerto Vallarta, that's a beautiful place. Denver, Australia, The Kitchen, CNC Ireland, Napa, Lake Arrowhead, Pittsburgh, Romania, Wales, UK, Lifer, Liverpool, Las Vegas, my man, Chi-Town, India, New Jersey, Ontario, Tampa, Israel, my mom, yeah, you are, Guinea, Sydney, Australia, my mom, yep, East, he beat you to it, El Salvador, India, New Zealand, Kansas, Germany, Maine, shout out to my Mainers, shout out to India, shout out to Nepal, shout out to my Nepalese people, we love you in Nepal, shout out to Queen City, 704, Malibu, the Bahamas, ooh, in the basement of, oh my gosh, Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, my man. Shout out to Brian Fritch from Wisconsin, the Cheesehead. Shout out to Lakewood. Shout out to Lakochi Coker, my man, in the house. Shout out to Tataria. Oh my God, you're behind me. Oh, that freaked me out. Nigeria, Bubba Booey, Maine 2. Shout out to another Mainer, Johnny, a New Englander, my man. Springyfield, my man. Jersey Shore, baby. The Canucks over here. Ventura, Canada. Okay. Or Ventura, California. That's what I'm thinking. Shout out to Puerto Rico, my Puerto Ricans, San Antonio, Binance, Scotland, New Hampshire. Wow, we did it. Albania, wow, we did it. So the dollar index, we're looking at to cool off, could give Bitcoin a little bit of time off. 22 hours says it could still bounce. Daily still wants to bounce, so that's not a good sign for Bitcoin either. Says we could definitely get a move back up. What we don't want to see, so let's watch the small time frame, see if we get rejected. But the bigger time frames do say that there's a chance this does break to the upside, probability wise. So you see the shape, it's a 50-50, and you see that the daily and the 22 hours still have some momentum. And that tells you that you can still see a move to the upside. Super chats, thoughts on Sand long term? Yeah, I like Sand long term. Request you dance for us. 3 much crypto request you flex your muscles and give more, take less. What the hell is what? Okay, yeah, like what? Shiba World Cup remove. Yeah, like what are you saying? What are you saying? All right, anyway, I'm just gonna move on. I love y'all. I don't see I just no. I mean, I don't even. I don't see. It's all. I see nothing but beauty. All right, Pocket Network been on the radar. All right, took a little dippage. Got a little clippage. Could it come back inside the zone? Seems like it did. Right. So it's like okay, you can come back inside the pattern. Hang back out with us again. Just a little dippage. I'm still watching this Pocket Network. It's interesting. And this thing could make some serious gains. That was a nice dip down to the point of control. So this has been on my radar. People see it in the trading group. Still watching the Pocket Network. It's also on Token Metrics, right? So and I took a liking to it. And whenever I take a liking to something, I don't know what it is, but it just sticks in my mind and it can't seem to leave. And this is one that just keeps gnawing at the back of my head. And whenever that happens, there's a reason usually. So I'm looking at the Pocket Network, Quant 2 is also on my radar. We got on the Quant at 89. Now, it's taking a beat down. And, of course, if Bitcoin continues to dump, so will Quant. But I wanted to see if it can begin to build this pattern here. See? And if it's testing this diagonal trend line, if it can hold it, there's a chance it kind of moves back up. So I'm watching Quant for some consolidation. Long-term idea, back to 350. But, just beginning to watch this. If it begins to lose this, it's going to, it can go even lower all the way back to the point of control. So I want to see if it can hold this trend line. And so I'm just beginning to watch Quant here. And honestly, that alone could be a bit of a move here because that would be a nice pump from the falling wedge to the upside. Daily has some momentum, not a lot, but it has some. It's not completely gone. And your 4-hour time frame is oversold, double bottoming. Even if it made it to the top of the channel, you're looking at about 76% gain. So, and even if it made it here just as a dud move, it could possibly go up 30. So I'm watching Quant. It's on my radar for a possible move here to the upside. It has to hold this diagonal trend line though, for sure, right? And so, if it loses that, I'm pretty much lackluster. Look, 333. There it is. Oh wait, there it is. And it held it for me too, just in case. But quant, baby, quant. And right when I'm looking at it, the 333. Of course, you know, it has to. So there you have it. So I'm used to that. I'm used to the 333. Now it's gone. See, now the 333 is gone. But it comes whenever I'm around. I'm telling you, you think it's nuts, right? You're like, this man. But you've seen it on the live show. How many times have you seen that? And people can be honest. They're like, oh, he's out of his mind. But we do see it a lot. Okay. Did SPF admit to being a hacker at the direction of the Bahami? I don't know what's going on. That's what's going on, right? He said, like, they took the funds. Yeah, I'm going to let it blow over here. I don't want to be a hearsay monger here. Let's take a look at our baby Ethereum. Shout out to the super chat from my man Nate LA for the $4.99. May God bless you and yours. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you on a Sunday night. 8:52, baby. So look, you see this diagonal trend line that we've been kind of playing with. You could kind of go up here and say we've actually haven't broken from it. But you could get tight and say we did, and we're riding it. I'm open to both ideas. That both kind of can be done, because you could even just put us in this. Say it's in a bit of a flag here, right? So Ethereum hanging on to this higher low at 1136. Okay, if Bitcoin takes a tumble, it's going to continue to dump here. And I've been watching that 10-day, right? 10-day is bearish engulfing, right? And it's still got a lot of momentum to the downside. So when you look at this, you're like up, down, up, down, up. You could see this come down all the way to this trend line here. I mean, 363. I know people might be shocked when I say that, right? But the idea is if you lose 945, you really don't have, you have fine, you have one little balloon at 750. I mean, 428, right? A slight shelf there at 600. But, I mean, slight. Look at that. You got not a lot. I mean, your biggest support zone is right there at this bigger niche. And we're talking $400 Ethereum. Now, do we go down to 400? Anything is possible, everyone. I want you to understand that. I mean, remember, now my $7,000 Bitcoin idea, open-minded idea that anything is possible. Now I'm like, oh. A bull market and a bear market both will change you for the rest of your life. When you see things go up insane, when you things dump, you'll never be the same. You'll think anything is possible. Things will go up to a place you never thought. Things will go down to a place you never thought. So you stick around long enough, you'll be immune to it. You won't get emotional, and you'll learn how to stack at the right possible time. And this is what time in the market will do for you. What it's done for me and many traders before me. And it's kind of a rite of passage. You know, it's similar to being in like those groups or whatever, which I never was in, and I never did any of that. But, you know, people get into those like, fraternities, and they got to like, I remember kids were in a fraternity in St. John's at my school, and they couldn't talk for a whole day. So they'd walk around like, and they'd write down like, oh, I'm pledging, so I can't speak. And you're like, oh, wow, I would never do that for anybody. Like, you would never get me to, I'd rather be alone all by myself. I was into my girlfriends, man. Like, I always had a girl doing my thing. We went places, we did things, hung out with my buddies here and there. And like, you know, that was my thing. I was linked up pretty fast, you know. I liked long-term relationships. By the time my first long-term relationship was when I was basically 13 to 17 years old. No, true story. People be like, 4 years. By the time I was 17, I'd been in a 4-year relationship. My first girlfriend ever. She broke my heart. Of course she did, you know. But whatever. She was a sweet girl. We had a good time. She was a year younger than me, so I went off to college, and it was what it was. We had already broken up by then, so thank gosh, you know. XRP 589 people in the chat, right? I might actually get a whole Bitcoin someday. Hey, just keep going. You never know. You're so accurate because you've done this before. Time is a circle. You will do this over and over again. Makes me wonder how many times I have typed this into your chat before. Crazy, right? Flashbacks kicking in. This guy. Hilarious. So can we get a bounce? I mean, just because the 10-day doesn't, I have seen a bounce. It doesn't mean it's over for sure. But, I mean, I just want to show you the possibilities. 436 is not that far away when you look at a bigger time frame and you see how much more room we could move. Looking at the 4-hour, we would like a bounce for ETH. Okay. But again, it just followed Bitcoin, right? Out of this like or this was in a descending triangle, really. ETH was in a more bearish situation. Didn't do too bad. It's in a very ugly pattern. I mean, yeah, Ethereum on KuCoin. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like you were in the symmetrical, just like Bitcoin. You fell to the downside, made the flag. Could be a bear trap still, but you got to get back up above this diagonal trend line. See this? And this point of control. I mean, if ETH can't get back above 1289, 1133, see, I told you. Told you. Anyway, if ETH can't get back above this level, right there, this point of control, 1300, it's going to have some serious trouble. So, and I mean, you see it's down, up, down, could bounce to the top of the channel and still just be bearish too. I'm going to take away all my, I got to look at it one more time. This is very interesting to me. I don't look at ETH as much as I should. So to me, it kind of, fine, like it broke that trend line. And you got these trend lines going. And you're in this wedge too. You got your low range at 888, right? You got your high range at 20,050. And you got your mid range at 1664. And you're hitting with this area here. You know, you lose this area of consolidation for Ethereum, right? And like you just don't really have anything till you get to here at 789, 830, you know, and then you lose that. You don't really have anything here till like 650, 644, and then you lose that. You're at 471. I mean, you're pretty close to some amazing levels for ETH. And it's funny, I didn't buy enough ETH as I wanted to, and I was kind of like was kicking myself for it. And maybe I'll get the price of a lifetime to kind of really accumulate. Interesting enough. I just think I'd rather accumulate, in my opinion, if I'm going to wait long term for a large cap, I believe that Cardano can outpace Ethereum. It did it last time. Cardano from 8 cents to $3, right? It did an amazing job. You know, 40x or more. It did about a 40x around there, you know. ETH did not do a 40x. You know, ETH did like a 10x, a little more than that. It went to like 400 to 4,000, right? 5,000, I mean, 6,000. Not trading fees on ETH, limit orders on Binance US. The FTX hacker is dumping ETH. That's what I'm seeing too, you know. He's like the 30th biggest holder of ETH now. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are not consecutive. They are connected in never-ending circle. Everything is connected. Yes, you grow, I grow. Of course, 100K of ETH, say less, you know. So, you're you know, I'm 3 days suggest a bounce. You're oversold. You're hugging this trend line, you know. So could we get a bounce here? But it doesn't mean that you can't continue and go lower. But that's what I'm looking at for ETH now. Watching this area here for Ethereum. Okay. Thank you. Bitcoin is cleaning itself of centralized companies. So let's take a look at the day-to-day now for BTC. I'll be honest, you know, I switched to the 7, and you just want to keep flagging out today. And, like, these shorts look like they could just continue. Like, there's no reason why this 7-minute won't pump a little more to the upside here. To the upside. Team Underground to the upside. 6.5% gains coming. You know, scalp again. I mean, it's pumping out of the flag. Oversold Stokes. Lack of MACD. Momentum, bearish momentum in the MACD. So, showing some signs of life here. The Matic short. And we'll switch back to BTC. So, we've gone over the dollar. We've gone over, right? We can even look at just the Dow futures. They're at 10. Down 100 points, right? S&P now down 13. Okay. Why are we looking at that? Because it's going to give us kind of an idea of what the market's going to look like when we wake up tomorrow, right? What we're going to see, what could be coming towards us. Jumping back into Bitcoin now on Binance. Why are we jumping to the Binance chart on Bitcoin? Because it's going to give us kind of what we're looking at in the nitty gritty of the time of like right now. Okay. Can we bounce? What are we expecting? Where are we going to go by tomorrow? What should we see tomorrow morning? And we'll look for the probability. Anything is possible. We'll look for the probability. So levels to watch. We already made the local levels here, and we had talked about them, and I already had these drawn. Why? Well, because we had bounced there. Okay. And we had bounced there. I figure if we lose this level, maybe we could hang here, but the bigger level there is 15,600. And once you lose a point of control, you're likely to drop down to the lower liquidity zone. So 15,600 is on the table for me. It's only 800 away. And to me, it's very likely. Okay. So what you want to do is keep continuing down to the smaller time frames and seeing what you're getting. And, you're getting this, falling wedge bearish flag, though. Like, just like the flag that we looked at flipped upside down, right? Similar to that short flag that could pump. And so you're looking, you continue down to the level. And if you hit here, you're likely to probably dip all the way to my 15,600 level. But just this measured move alone does take you to about 15,800. And the 800s we've talked about many times seem to be levels that we just touched before any other level. So 15,800 on the radar, 15,877. Right? Funny. And you can see we're about to roll over on the 15-minute. It's pointing to the downside, and you couldn't get back above the zone, and you're making a bit of an M here too. See how, like, you had a high, you came back for a secondary high, the Stokes hit another high, and they want to dump, and, so showing signs of more of a dump coming. Right now, it's looking bearish, and, like, the short is likely to continue to the downside. And that's why we're looking at this Matic move back to the upside, suggesting that we could get the move. 15-minute, also looking like we could get a bigger move, right? So maybe even somewhere into this zone, 7 to 11. But humble trade again, possibly 7% scalp. It's already broken out too, which I don't love to take into breakouts, but there's momentum behind this move. Lack of bearish momentum there too on the MACD, showing signs that this could continue to pump. And this is also coincide with this idea here too. Anything could happen. We could flip it. Let's take a look at Bookmap. We'll load it up for you. Look at the liquidity zones and see what's happening on beautiful Bookmap. Link in the description below to Bookmap if you would like. Thank you for jumping on in. And if you're trading today and you want to know where we're trading, what coins we're trading, Matic 3S on KuCoin. You can also trade Matic 3S and other coins or Bitcoin 3S or 3L or, on Mex Global. Mex Global and KuCoin, my two top exchanges. Love them both. Great places to search for low-cap gems that could change your life. All right? Always have a plan. Always have a stop-loss. Be careful. I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? Have your own idea, plan, risk management. If you don't know these things, take the course that I teach every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. $60 if you're in the course. If you're in the trading group, $99 if you're not in the trading group. So we slap a nice 40% discount right off it immediately if you jump on in and you're in the trading group. $330 right now if you jump in the trading group for 3 months and the class. $330. We throw that 33 deal in there. How to find a way to use that number in the deals. Boom. So, and look, there's a jump up to the upside. Already starting to make a bit of a move here. Bitcoin starting to fall. I mean, this momentum indicator is pretty good, and it's showing signs of a lack of momentum. And now, look, we have basically a resistance zone at 16,277. We got to get back above 16,300 to remain bullish if we can, right? Then you're looking for some type of divergence. I saw it here in the 15. You got this swing down, a swing down. And this isn't as sharp as a swing down. So, like, that could be considered, a slight bullish, a class C, almost a class B. Could you get a jump from that? It's possible. But so far, the momentum indicator is saying that there's more downside coming, but we shall see. 7 in the 15-minute want to dump here. We could be making, what we could be doing, though, you're always looking for the reversal pattern. Could we make the right shoulder here and try to break on out? There's a chance, being real open-minded here, but there's a chance shoulder, head and shoulder could get us, And this is a strong divergence now on the 7. Technically, you kind of swing that to the downside, and that swings way sharper up in a way, And you could even just go from here, Go from here to here. Swing up to swing up, and that's a swing down. That's definitely a bullish divergence. But to me, you pumped up, and you couldn't get above the resistance. So Bitcoin definitely struggling You got to see it get back above this high volume node at 16,300. And I just don't see a lot of momentum to the upside for Bitcoin right now. I'm not rushing in to buy right now. Even I'm like, probably could get it cheaper. And I'm the guy who loves to buy, you know. I got some orders that are getting triggered because I have them on the book. But like, you know, I'm not running in with that like last big chunk. I'm like, okay, let me watch this price action. To me, the fear could be a lot lower, you know, in my opinion, for what's going on. So it tells me that there could be some more fear coming. Anything is possible. I'll take it one day at a time, one level at a time. Right now, when we look at the liquidity here, you can see how many people are buying and selling Bitcoin on the order books. You can also see the amalgamated idea of Binance Futures, OKX, and Bybit. And if we kind of zoom in here, we look, there's just, you know, kind of pretty flat. Order book is pretty flat right where we're at. There's a battle for price action. If anything, it drags us down to 15,008, 15,009. More orders down there than up there. This is Binance Futures. We're going to watch this rock out. A liquidation right there. Those little bumps are liquidations. This is also like the millisecond chart. You're in a second or whatever, half a second it feels like. I mean, you're getting data price action at the fastest moment possible. You can't get it any quicker. I mean, it's amazing. Another liquidation. And so the bigger the circle, the bigger the buy, the bigger the red, the bigger the sell. Big sell right there, liquidation. Okay, so you can see there's people here lining up. More order book down here to 15,008, suggesting that we do fall to the downside. So, you know, this is suggesting that there's more, we're going to get more liquidity down there. Look, there's a fat order, 447. They want to buy Bitcoin at 15,800. So a lot of orders getting stacked below the zone. People trying to get cute with it, hoping to get a better price. Link in the description below to Bookmap. You won't get a better discount than through the link below. And it's Global Plus, and you'll be able to do other instruments too. ETH too, if you want to look at ETH, and you can see what's going on right now. You're right, they're selling ETH off hard because, and look, long liquidations getting sold off. ETH getting pounded to the ground right now. Pounded harder than Bitcoin, as you can clearly see. Because that guy has all that ETH, and he is selling it off. You can see here's a direct idea of it on the futures market. All right. So ETH getting hit pretty hard at 1122. Bitcoin attempting to stabilize slightly, with both wanting to fall. ETH just getting hit a little harder, obviously with a smaller asset base. But we're looking at 15,800, you know, breaching 16,000. And my indicators also suggesting a lack of momentum here. As you can see, we're dumping out of I just called this dump here right now. And I bet you my Matic flag is pumping now. Boom. And you can see that is now up already 2.5%, 2.9%. In the state of complete confusion where most people are freaking out, I'm calmly breaking it down. Calmly showing you where liquidity is. Calmly showing you the tools to use. Sitting here in a massive dump for Bitcoin while the world is freaking out. I'm calmly showing you how to pull gains out of the market if you stay level-headed and you stay cool, you stay calm, you stay collected. This is continuing to pump. Did I not just talk about the flag? Haven't I been on this? Now, this is what we've been trading ever since here. This is now up 30, 40%, and it's continuing to move. Bang. This is the beauty of technical analysis, okay? I knew my momentum indicator was baked. I knew we couldn't get above the previous high on the support and resistance. Whenever you can't get above a previous high and you're baked on the momentum indicator, you're likely to have a low. This is just getting started on the 15. Says we will get to the target at 15,008. And there's 16,100 breaking as we continue to fall, okay? This is not rocket science. I can teach you the way. This is why my channel tends to grow when Bitcoin dips, all right? Because people love to come here, get educated, hear a calm voice, understand what's happening, and realize it's okay. We're going to make it through this no matter what, every single day. It does take work and discipline, okay? But once you put in the work, you can see what's going on, and you can handle it. Smaller time frames will tell us what's going on now. We can actually put this now in a flag. If this continues to flag, look at these crazy wicks now. And again, it is what? It's Sunday night into Monday, most volatile day of the night, of the week. Worst day to trade ever. Always be very, very careful Sunday night into Monday morning, all right? Be very careful, okay? Okay. Had me spaghetti for dinner. It was so fantastico. I love spaghetti, man. If you didn't have Bookmap, search the links below. Lifer has the best discount on the tube. Thank you so much, CNC Ireland in the house. 9K. Soul on a wreck path. Just oiling up the like button. Appreciate you. Heard you say you don't like to take breakouts, but it's not the breakout trade a solid strategy. Your thoughts? It depends. I mean, I like to be there before the volume comes on in. You know what I mean? That one worked for you there so far, so good, but it doesn't always work so well. Okay? Or for not for you, I'm just saying, like, we watched it happen together. Like, we can kind of see how it played out. All right? Might even have to use the 30-second. Look, I'm using the 5-second chart now. Look, it's going to dump. Now you got the divergence. Will that really play out? 16,000 attempting to hold. Barely, though. I see it going lower to 15,008, even 15,006. Okay. Man, what a move today, huh? Shout out to the 666 people on the live, of course, right? Look, 666, you guys are crazy. Oh, my gosh. Shout out to everybody here. 410 likes. Chat revenue. Love you all. Thank you for jumping on in. Watching Bitcoin dump in our faces. Stress is high in the market. People are freaking out. And this is before, like, look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. That should break back out. But only up to here. But it should look shoulder, head, and shoulder. 5-second chart will blow your mind. It really will. I don't like it, though. To me, it's like too voodoo. It's too crazy. We're just trying to see how low we go, though. So here, we just called this dump right in front of your eyes, and boom. Happened again. And I don't believe it's over yet. We're going to watch this on the 1-minute time frame and see what's going on with this little flag we got building here. It is not over, too. It is not over. You can't say that anymore, you know what I mean? You can't say that. That's just not right anymore. No, you can't. You can't. You know what I mean, but you can't say it. You can't. You can't do it. People are freaking out right now. Their pets' heads are falling off. People are freaking out, though. They are, you know. I mean, now you have a hardcore resistance for BTC. Right? And we know the levels to watch because we've been watching them this whole time. And we have them, look, we have them all marked off. $15,006. Just excuse my other work there, but 15,006. We break that, it's 14,007. And I'm showing you, like, we're very close to these levels. 16,000 attempting to hold so hard. Awesome to spend these historical events with the Lifer and the Lifers. May God bless you. Thank you so much. Awesome to spend. Nate, 2 $5 super chats. May God bless you. Thank you so much. The Crypto Rambler. May God bless you and yours. Amen. Thank you for being here. Okay. And now we're just going to zoom in because you can't, right now you can see it just a big red candle. Did people buy this pressure up so fast? It's volatile. I wait for the dust to settle. There's no need, you know. But man, that trade now, that short trade is just in the money, huge. And I mean, this symmetrical triangle is going to break up or down eventually. The 22-hour told you there was going to be a massive dump. It did not look good, right? Let's take a look at how simple that looked if we just looked at it on the 22-hour like I kept showing. And sometimes simple is as simple does. You keep this real simple. And so you have no other thing on. You just looked at the 22. And remember, we were looking at this a lot. And I kept saying, look, I mean, the 22 hours overbought. Every single time it was overbought, we've had a massive dump. I said, so, I mean, you got it. You tell me what you think. And I showed worst case scenarios. I went over this so much. And you're talking a $14,800 Bitcoin too there. And it's on its way. You know, before I was like, all right, you're pretty low. And I was like, that's not too bad if we recovered there. But we added to that dump. And now that's a pretty hefty, nice dump for the 22-hour time frame. Right? And you got this last remaining zone here at 15.8, and you lose that, you're going lower for sure. At least down to 14,000 and to 13K. Okay? So, and the only way to tell is to be on the smaller time frames. There's nothing else you can do. I've done this before many times. And the smaller time frames, you know, we had to go into this to see that. Now we're trying to see that inside of this and see if it, you know, what's going on here. And this looks like we're making a flag that's about to roll over on the 1 minute. Look, see? Boom, and this could dump even more. And this is starting to make the massive dump. It's starting to hit liquidations. A lot of people are starting to get absolutely liquidated, and Bookmap told us we were going lower. Keeping that short open is the move, all right? We even gave an ETH short in the trading group. An ETH short and a Matic short were the only trades given, right? That I was like, if, you know, Bitcoin loses the zone, watch the ETH move here. I think I put it out on like the one, or no, smaller at 15. That flag banged on them for 16%. I mean, not even amazing. You think you get more, but I mean, it's still a beautiful move for Ethereum. The key is to take money out of the market. And then the thing is, when you short the right way, you can take profits when the market's dumping. And then you can use those profits, I personally, to get into the coins that you like. When you're in the wrong way, you're just all messed up in the head. You're depressed. You don't feel good. And you can't get, your head's not straight. Your head's not in the game. Okay? This could be V-shaped recovery. People could buy this up and it could jump on back to the upside. But I don't know. I take it one step at a time now. You know? One step, one moment at a time. Shout out to anyone that did see how that short was about to come. We showed it. We showed you the short live. Basically called that short happening live, and even showed you how we were prepared for it. That's why Trading Group will change your life. You'll learn so much more in these times. Being around an experienced person in a storm will show you how to sail a boat, right? How to steer a ship. On a regular day and a nice, easy, flat day, you won't learn as much as when it's really coming at you and things are happening at the speed of light, right? So, shout out to everybody here. The 700 people on the live, 450 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Dang near 300 people that could really spike that like and get it moving. Spike that like, baby. Spike that like. So look, I just made that up. Let's get it going. So, I mean, liquidity is further down. Saying 15,005 is really bigger. There's just so much more orders here now down here. This is Bookmap showing me where the most orders are on Binance Futures. All right? And it tends to kind of give you a leading indicator of where the market wants to eventually fill those orders. And there's just so many more orders down at 15,750, 15,005. But they are buy orders saying that we could get a bounce once we go down there. So this flag on the 1 minute is likely to roll over and continue to the downside, in my humble opinion. Okay. So there's not much more to go over. We're watching Bitcoin on this nasty dump. S&P futures, we'll take a look at that. Took a nasty dump too as well. But I believe this is just more of a Bitcoin correlated move. Ethereum and Bitcoin, you know. I mean, it's dumping. It's dumping, but it doesn't seem to be dumping as hard. And if it stays in the zone, that's going to be a bullish sign, at least for the S&P. See, we're watching this here. Could be an M that dumps on you. But right now, you're oversold, trying to make a bit of a bounce. All right? Bitcoin is just in the midst of a nasty dump. So the S&P and Bitcoin not correlated right now. Something we haven't seen in a while. Big buy pressure back up to 16K. All right? I definitely have some orders that get triggered here in these areas. You buy some Bitcoin, 2,500, 5,000, you know, you take some nibbles. These are areas where I definitely take some nibbles on Bitcoin. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. But these are good places to take some nibbles on the BTC, in my humble opinion. So we watch this flag continue, and it could, you know, it's showing it's a bear flag. Wants to dump down, even lower down to 15,008. Okay. Man, in the midst of a dip. My work is never done. My work is never done. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing tonight? Be honest. Are you emotional? Are you feeling it? If I was young, this would be hitting me hard right now. You know? I'd be like, wow, this is tough. Thank you for your likes and support of the Lifer. Thank you. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Are they going at it? Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. May God bless each and every one of you. funny. Let's see. Jamie's usually pretty funny. Want to see Kevin O'Leary. Let's see, this is what he says. All right, now Kevin O'Leary has really pissed me off. You want more, Kevin? You got it. Ask your buddy Sam how that worked out for him. Gloves are coming off. You just bought your one-way ticket to eradication in the space. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo, this is amazing. Bring it on, bozo. I eat guys like you for lunch unless there are too many calories. All right, let's get this to TikTok, everyone. Hot news right off the press. As everyone sees this, Kevin O'Leary SPF thing going on, and then BitBoy just kind of talking about the facts, showing the facts, but seems to be getting really deep too into some other history, and it's getting crazy. I just go through the tweets. I don't shoot the messenger, just going through the tweets right now. But look at this. Kevin O'Leary. BitBoy says, all right now, Kevin, you've really pissed me off. You want more, Kevin? You got it. Ask your buddy Sam how that worked out. Oh my gosh, gloves are coming off. You bought your one-way ticket to eradication. Wow. He says, bring it on, bozo. I eat guys like you for lunch unless there are too many calories. I'm trying to keep my Adonis figure in shape. So he always tries to keep it professionally funny. You see that? This is insane. At the end of the day, the ugly truth is everyone is replaceable. Oh my gosh, man. Shocking. I'm hearing that he visited by a group of people who are forcing him to say positive things about it under the threat of his. Oh my gosh. Shocking bombshell. This is crazy. Funny. But yeah, this is heating up for sure. Interesting to see it right there on the front page, And follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. And if we could lighten up the mood a little bit, you know what I mean? Because things are getting fun. I love Algo. I do hold a bag of Algorand. But what's your favorite World Cup related crypto? Bitcoin, Crypto Cash, Algorand. Just let me know. I like Algo. How about CHZ? You know what I mean? To me, that's like the one and only. But you tell me. What's your favorite World Cup related cryptocurrency? Want to know. I don't know. You guys might know more than me, and I'm trying to find out all the hot ones. So you might just leave me a tip or trick to help me on my way. BitBoy trending 55,000 tweets right now. Trending on Twitter. All right now. Wow, he's going hard. So CoinDesk did an interview with O'Leary when he explained that the Celsius network would go to zero. Let me let you guys in on a secret. That was orchestrated by him, and you guys read the news that's going on to rock the crypto world. Wow. Jerome Powell as well, right? As they were getting ready to crank the rates. Meeting with Sam Bankman-Fried and Jerome Powell. Oh my gosh. Wow. You guys don't understand. Hopefully we keep all the evidence instead of passing it to regularly, right? No one trusts Henry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, yo. Wow. This is funny. Elon Musk is in charge. They're back. He's like, BitBoy have declared war. You think Twitter? I mean, it's getting awesome. It is getting crazy. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? Funny, man. He's going hard, man. Jesus. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I mean, it's trending. I'm just going over what's trending on Twitter. I like to just see what's happening. Twitter is blowing up. It's becoming a hub. It's becoming a hub. Follow me on Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. On our way to 10,000 followers. We're about to pierce the veil. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for the love. 743 people on the live. 494 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Bitcoin piercing 16K. Likely to hit 15,008 and down to the target at 14,800. Don't be surprised we go to 14K. All right. This is a real bear market. Get ready to take the pain. Max pain has not been hit yet. We're going to ring out everyone that can't take it. We're going to find out who really can hang and who can't. This is like the last of the last. Like, this is where it becomes like hardcore. All right. Who are you? And you're going to find out for sure at the end of this one. All right. And you know what? There's gains to be had, though. Don't shy away from it. These shorts are still in boom. And you know what? Maybe we bounce on and we get a move here. But tonight, also sketchy. Sunday night into Monday, expect this volatility. Expect these type of crazy movement. This is what happens. You know. Gimme 13K. Thank you for your likes and support of the Lifer community. Number one Lifer, BTCOG. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Okay. I'm pretty happy with today's live stream. 8:10 to 9:30. Weekly candle close. See what's happening. We broke down a lot. I felt like we really, you know, got it done. One thing I want to talk about. Get yourself a TREZOR, please. Please get yourself a TREZOR wallet. And I did link up with them. I've talked to them, talked about who I am, what I do, what I love, and they're like, yes, we want to work with you. I want to work with them. And I did link up with them. So, ooh, that's pretty latent, but not too bad. And so right here, get yourself a TREZOR right here. Hit this link. Click on the link. It brings you to a TREZOR. Buy a TREZOR Model T. They're touch. They're $200. They're worth it. If you care about your crypto and you care about what you got going on, these things are amazing. Very, very indestructible. They come USB-C ready to go, which is the newest connection that you're seeing now going on to all the newer computers and stuff. It's the best. It's high tech. It's awesome. Touch screen. This is a tiny touch screen. I absolutely love accessing my TREZOR. I like seeing how it shows up. ERC20 tokens by the thousands. Get any, you know, and up to most of the main coins out there. Check out your TREZOR Model T, especially for your Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, anything of that nature. This is going to be what you want right here. I'm telling you right now. Link in the description below. Please check that out. You know, if you're going to get a hardware wallet, you might as well get it through the channel. Link in the description below. I greatly appreciate it. I have linked up with TREZOR. Super excited to affiliate myself with such a beautiful company. I've had multiple TREZORs. I use TREZOR for years. I've been using TREZOR ever since they first came out. They're my first wallet of my life. So TREZOR. I have nothing but good things to say about TREZOR. All right. If you don't want to fork over the 200, you can even get the smaller version. But I mean, it's just so much nicer. I'm telling you right now, having the big feeling of the secureness in your hand, having the touch screen, I absolutely love the TREZOR Model T. The most advanced cryptocurrency hardware wallet. Easily store and protect your Bitcoin passwords, tokens, and keys with confidence. And you can do so much more than you'd ever believed with this too as well. So, yeah. Get yourself a TREZOR Model T today. Link in the description below. I have to go over that. So Bitcoin falling, but now we got a bit of a bump. You know, can we get that move? To me, we're just still hanging out. Not impressed, but hey, we made a slight shoulder head and a right shoulder, but we're overbought, about to roll over again, looking like we're just making that M, making that Batman, just like this one. Fung, you know. I see lower lows for Bitcoin tonight. It looks like tonight is the coming. Beginning the dumpage. And everyone else went live early trying to take care of business, and we were here for the massive dump again. Seems to move whenever I come live. They're like, okay, let's move Bitcoin for the kid. About to buy one using the link with that short money, baby. Shout out to Steve Garza. May God bless you. Thank you for the love. Protecting your capital is a gain in this market/time. Delaware here, man. I see Ledger and TREZOR in your links. Thank you so much. Bring it on, right? I love it. True Strength Index. You still have 3 commas in your bio links. I do. 3 commas. Max Global. If you want to jump into Max Global, have a great link for Max Global. Greatly appreciate that. KuCoin, I have a link for. I mean, Binance US, Coinbase. If you open up a Coinbase, put $100, we both get $10. So many different links in there that do help the channel. TradingView. If you want to open up a TradingView like we're using right here, also that helps out the channel. Everything down below. Affiliate with everything that I use, you know. And I only affiliate with things that I use. Bookmap, 3 commas, TradingView, you know. If I don't use it, I don't affiliate with it, right? I don't just jump on the bandwagon. Jeffrey remembered holiday week. Yeah, was Crypto Face shorting or longing? What was he doing? Was he opening up a big short? When you're growing up, what did you envision yourself doing, if you don't mind me asking? When I was very young, I envisioned myself becoming like, you know, I watched the Great Gatsby, and I was like, I'm going to be this. I envisioned myself being some type of financier, hedge fund owner. I don't know how, but some type of like, I got depressed throughout my 20s and things didn't work out. But when I was really young, I always believed that something something great was going to happen to me. I really did. Something big was going to happen to my life. Like, I always had this vision. I always had this little voice, like, you're going to do something great with your life. And I always felt like I had to do something great with my life because I read Mark Twain's life story. I read Niels Bohr, famous physicist, Gerardo Cardano, the guy who's Cardano's named after, Ada Lovelace, all these people that we talk about. Ada also, Cardano's named after Ada Lovelace and Geronimo Cardano. You can Google this stuff and figure it out. They're both mathematicians, but the idea behind this is it just inspires me. And if you were young and reading about people that inspired you and it made you want to do something great, then I should die with a legacy that people want to read about. You know what I mean? So to me, it's about legacy. I show up every single day for a legacy. I show up every single day to be remembered. I want people to be inspired, and that's really what it's all about. If you can leave inspiration on your way out the door, there's no better way. Okay? And so you'll find out one day when it happens, you will know. Black Friday deals on TradingView and 3 commas coming. Yeah, big deals too. No one likes a splash after one. Whoa. At Britaport, the Philippines, 3 commas in the description. Thank you. CryptoFace had the short open. Excellent. Yep. Do you know how it happens to Sonam? I mean, it just got pumped out of nowhere. GTC ain't looking good. You're wrong for that, Gina. I'm laughing. I don't know. I'm so like... I was more of a Linda Lovelace fan. You'll find out one day when it happens. You will know. You're funny. Bitcoin 8,900 incoming. People just love doing that. So we are getting a bounce. We got some bullish divergence now responding. Okay. We could have seen the lows 15,999. That could have been it. You never know. If you live stream every day, you're going to catch the lows. 1 hour's showing signs of a rollover though. Like it may not really make a move here. I'd watch this flag for more downside. My third eye seen it coming before it happened. Anything could happen, right? Shout out to the 707 people, 522 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Can we get 700 likes before I jump out of here for the night? For crying out loud. I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. to go over exactly what happened with this sauce and see the opportunities abroad, breaking it down. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And honestly, it was all about the shorts tonight. That's it. Watching those shorts. We could get a removal back to the upside. I wouldn't just jump in along immediately. That's what a lot of people do. Oh, nasty dump, so I'm going to open along now. It's not smart. It's not what I do. You do whatever makes you happy, but, So, thoughts on Clover, CLV, market cap, circulating supply? I feel like it has 100x potential. What are your thoughts? I would love to tell you, Trey Presley, but I'd have to do a deep dive on that. And I can't tell you without like a really thorough call. I will go over that. And if someone asks me or reminds me tomorrow, or if I have a pretty good memory, the chance I remember this and I go over it. Clover, 100x potential, possibly. I'd have to know more about the project, know way more about what it's going on there. It was all O'Leary's fault. That's what someone said. Hey, you never know. You can't leave until you get 1,000 likes. I know. I wish. It would be amazing. We called the short. We got the dump. Now we're seeing that this dump is probably likely to continue here unless we can crawl back above this point of control at 16,250, but I don't see that happening. I don't see this massive momentum move to the upside, but anything is possible on a Saturday night into Monday. I want to let the dust settle and see where it goes. Shout out to the $33 in chat revenue. Look, no, you guys think I'm lying, right? $33.29. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notification so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I got to go to bed early so I can actually wake up early, tackle this market at 5 a.m., see what's going on, look for the best things that are going down. Can we break back above 16K? Right now, we need 16,000 back. Then we can talk about this next level here at 16,200 and this high volume node at 16,003. But we're in some rough shape right now, for sure. For sure. Okay? For sure. For sure. I would watch this flag on the 1 minute. I would watch these levels closely on the smaller time frames. They're going to give you what's likely going to happen. Okay? Be careful. Stay tuned. It's tough out there. All right? Seriously. It's tough out there. Be careful. All right? I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another amazing week from 10 a.m. every single day to 12 p.m. And we will just break down the doors. of this market every single day, and we'll get there to the bottom. We'll hit the bottom eventually, and then we'll move back to the upside. We will get that volatility. We'll find money in the market, just like we found Matic 3S. We will continue to find money in the market. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Be safe.